channel. If you're a fan of horror stories, you've come to the right place. On this channel, you'll find stories that are true, some are fictional, but as long as they send a chill down your spine and make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, if you like that sort of thing. A fair warning though, some stories contain graphic, violent or sexual content, so viewer discretion is advised. So without any further ado, let's get into it. My school just went on lockdown. The school shooter sure as hell isn't human. Written by Redditor, Deadball4572. Part 3. The stairwell going down was dark as hell. Half of the class holding weapons in one hand and phones in the other, using their flashlight apps to light the way. Blame, like his idiot self, was practicing kill lines for the moment. I may have neglected to mention that most of the staircase was covered in that black, awful-smelling gunk and goo. 6 o'clock, one of the classmates yelled. Fuck you, it's 1 o'clock right now, dog, Blame said, checking his watch. No, below us. I looked down. One of the creatures, this one was much bigger, was climbing up the stairs from the first floor. Several of us threw spears down at the monster, impaling its humanoid back. This one was more durable and harder to kill. Yo player, I'ma fuck shit up, Blame yelled at me, pointing his pistol down at the monster. No, save your ammo for later, I said. We'll handle this. I turned to Armin. What's your biggest firework? He pulled a long black cylinder out of his backpack and grinned. Fucking black diamond fireworks. Armin handed me one of the Black Diamond Pro fireworks, and I lit it and sent it flying down the stairs at the monster. Right as the monster leaped to the first floor where we were, the firework collided right with its face, sending a massive explosive array of sparks and flames into the air. It fell the whole 3 floors down, and I heard something crack. The creature tried to grab the railing with one of its tentacles, but a makeshift spear to its head ended that quickly. Holy shit, that gave me a heart attack, I said. Yo dog, we getting out of here? Blame asked. Hell yeah. We went down the stairs without trouble and collected the spears and knives from the creature's body on the first floor. Then, the remaining members of our class, 20-something kids, went into the main dark hallway. It was huge but eerily empty. I had seen it countless times, full to the brim with kids moving around to get to the next classes. Now it was a dark black hallway with monsters crawling around the premises. Were we the only surviving class? If not, why didn't we find any bodies? Where did these creatures even come from? The questions lingered in my head for a bit. Where do we go? One of Dan's friends who didn't go out into the hallway asked. To the front doors, then we get the fuck out. Yeah, I know, but the front doors are all the way on the other side of the school. So? I asked. We killed 2 of them already. And remember, dying is gay. We continued down the hallways when I noticed something very eerie. The whole place, except for the floor, was covered in that black ooze. What do you think this black gooey stuff is? I asked Charlie, walking down the hallway with the rest of my classmates. It's probably some kind of communication pheromone, he replied. Or some hive-making material. This backs my theory that there's a colony or hive of these creatures. I stared at an empty trophy case and moved on. The front door was maybe 200 feet away from us now. So you think that these creatures are using the school as a hive or a nest? Charlie shrugged. Maybe, he replied. Where do you think these creatures came from? I asked. Maybe some undiscovered subterrestrial species? They don't have eyes. Or maybe they're extraterrestrial creatures. I call the main monsters drones, since that's what they probably are. Drones of some kind of colony. Player, so you saying that these motherfuckers are some alien shit, dog? Possibly, Charlie replies. What if the whole town is like this? I asked. Then we're fucked. And with that calming assurance, we continued down the hallway. When we passed a classroom, a huge black and skinny arm grabbed Armin by the leg and dragged him into the classroom. The monster screeched and leaped out of the classroom before we could react, grabbing Armin as it crawled down the hallway, holding Armin down with its tendrils. Fuck, 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 fuck! Armin screamed, trying to stab the creature. Go! Chase it! I screamed. The entire class, brandishing Dollarama quality weapons, gave chase as we ran after the creature holding Armin. Despite only having a mass of tentacles and a couple of spider-like appendages as legs, the creature was faster than fucking Usain Bolt. I caught up to the creature despite my fear of it and drove a knife-tipped spear into its side. It screeched out in pain and swatted me with its free hand, and I slammed into the wall. The class caught up to me on the floor as the creature got away. I threw my spear at it, but it clattered just feet away from the creature. Fuck! My heart dropped. I was too slow, too weak. I saw it run off dragging Armin, and the monster went into the basement door on the side of the hallway, and it went down into the huge gym of the school. Fuck it, dog, Blame yelled. Holy shit, I said. Armin just got taken. We gotta go after him. Are you bloody insane? Edmund yelled. The chap is probably dead by now. It's best if we get out now while the creatures are distracted. Shut the fuck up. We need to get him back. Who knows how much time we have left? I argued. How do you know he's even alive? Dan and Ryan got taken. Why didn't you go after them? How do you even know Armin's alive? He could be dead right now. Go fuck yourself right in the ass, I yelled. We didn't see Ryan, Dan and Linda get killed. They just got dragged off. For all we know, they could all be alive right now. Charlie said that most hive drones don't eat the things that they catch. Instead, they wait until the superior of the colony is ready to feed. Right, Charlie? Yeah, he replied. Still, Edmund said, there's no real proof. Just like there's no proof that the world is even round. It's way too risky just for one kid. Yo dog, I only have one rule, Blame said. And that's I ain't leave no dog behind, player. So why the fuck are you stopping us from going to save them? I asked Edmund. Fine, you can pussy out and be the fucking pacifist bitch you are, but then you'll be alone in the school. Look, Charlie said. How about the rescue and reconnaissance team take 5 or 4 members and the rest of us can hunker down in a classroom and wait until you come back. If you guys don't come back in 1 hour or more, we'll think you're all dead, okay? Yo dog, can't use no big words on me, shithead, Blame interrupted. What? Charlie sighed and turned to me. So do you agree with the plan? He asked. Yeah, let's do this. Group 1, Charlie's group, which was half of the class, stayed behind in a locked and barricaded classroom with their weapons. Group 2, which consisted of Blame, Jackson, Sergio, Nicholas, Mark and I, would be armed to the teeth heading to the gym, where we saw the drone take Armin. For more effectiveness, Blame dipped all of his bullets in some literal shit he found in the washroom toilets, and then dipped them in Clorox and vinegar from the maintenance closet and put them back in his magazines. I sometimes think Blame is brain dead, or just like Patrick Starr. So if we don't come back in an hour, it means we're dead. If we don't come back, leave this place immediately. It might not even be safe outside, I told Charlie just before we left for the gym. Yeah, I got it. Good luck, soldier, he said. Our rescue group walked down the hallway, possibly for the last time, as we stood in front of the gym. Yo dog, it's locked, Blame said. How? I asked. We just saw the creature come in here, and I don't think they're smart enough to turn locks. Nah, player, that weird gooey stuck on the doorknob. Then shoot it, I replied. Blame grinned and fired a vinegar, shit and Clorox dipped bullet into the edges of the cheap doorknob. The doorknob squeaked and then completely fell off, making the door easy to just kick open. Yo dog, you ready? He asked. Yeah dog, let's fucking do this. For Armin and whoever else is trapped in here. We were about to go right into the belly of the beast. I kicked the door open and entered. It's time to fucking fight back. The gym, which I had seen so many countless times filled with kids, was eerily or seemingly empty. It was also pitch black inside. Yo dog, y'all got a flashlight? You know who asked? I ignored him as Mark turned his phone's flashlight app on. My heart was beating crazy as shit as I looked around for any possible threats. Once the gym was weakly lit up with our phone flashlights, I could see that everywhere, and I mean everywhere, was covered in that gelatinous black substance. They were 15-foot tall structures made out of a more solid organic material, coming out of the ground and ceiling like stalagmites. The creatures, assuming that they had made this, had also covered all the exits and entry points with that weird black substance. Where are all the monsters? I asked. Then I heard a very deep growl come from the very back of the gym. Then a creature emerged into the light. It was large, maybe 10 feet tall at least, and 11 feet long. This monster was very much different from the drones we had seen before. It walked with the same gait as a velociraptor would, and instead of having a mass of tentacles as its legs, the monster walked on 4 sharp, jointed legs. Further up its body, where the humanoid-like torso began, 2 shorter, yet still deadly-looking legs came out of the front of the torso, and it had several pointed and sharp tentacles coming out of its body. The head looked nearly identical to the drones, except this member of the colony, which I had taken to calling warrior drones, was longer and had even sharper teeth. As Charlie had said, in a colony, there are different members and classes tasked with different roles. This monster looked like it was responsible for guarding the species' hive or colony, just like a warrior bee or ant would. The monster circled us as we tried to stab it with our spears. Jackson threw his smallest spear at the warrior drone, which impaled the creature straight in the chest. The monster, which took less damage than I expected, tripped him with a long tendril and pinned him down. The warrior drone lifted its sharp front legs to stab Jackson, but Blame, as always, interrupted. "Eat lead, fuckface!" Blame yelled. Blame fired several shots at the creature. 1 bullet missed and hit one of the drone's stalagmites, but the other 2 met their mark. In case you didn't know, if you mix Clorox and vinegar products, it makes a highly toxic and harmful chlorine gas. And if you get injected with something that has bleach or liquid Clorox on it, it is very toxic and can kill you. That, mixed with literal human shit, makes a deadly bullet that makes silver bullets dipped in ash look like fucking plastic darts. The warrior drones and normal drones probably have a very negative reaction to concoctions like that, because the warrior drone started screeching and thrashing as the surrounding area of the bullet wounds literally melted and fell off. I pulled out a switchblade I had, jumped on top of the thrashing monster, and I continuously stabbed its head. I jumped off as Mark thrust his spear into the warrior drone, finishing it off. I caught my breath and stabbed the fallen warrior drone again. "Hey Blame, did you dip all of your bullets in human shit, vinegar, Clorox and bleach?" "Sure did, player," Blame replied, looking as cool as a cucumber. I sighed. "Let's keep going. I think your shit bullets actually work, Blame." "Help! Help!" I heard someone who sounded like Armin yell. "Where are you?" I yelled. "Here!" The voice came from the right side of the gym. We traced it back to the source. Armin, who was held into the wall, his arms, legs and torso were covered with that weird black substance which was holding him down as a glue trap would. We made short work of them with our blades. As he was cut free, Armin stepped out in front of us, coughing up the black substance. "Holy fuck, I thought I was a goner," Armin said at last. "What the hell happened here?" I asked. "You're asking me," he replied. "Fuck, that was gross. Those drones took me into this place and threw up that black goo on me and pinned me down. They're trying to eat us. From the looks of it, they wait for a little until one of the colony members gets hungry. Then they bring one of us out to eat. They keep taking the captured ones somewhere I never saw. Where's Dan and the jocks? Are they dead?" "Yeah, I think so. They just got carried out through the locker room a couple of minutes before you guys came here. There are a couple of other kids here too, I think." We walked around the whole perimeter of the gym, cutting the other kids who were taken from the other classrooms free. In total, we had saved 6 other kids. Just before we left, I heard a growl come from one of the largest stalagmites. A normal drone, which had somehow not noticed us before, screeched and leaped out. "Oh hell nah," Blame yelled. He fired a bullet into the creature, which temporarily rendered it harmless. I, along with the rest of the rescue team and the survivors we had rescued, ran out into the hallway and I started banging on the door of the classroom Group 1 was holed up in. "Charlie, let me in, it's Christopher." Charlie, on the other side of the door, unlocked it and removed the barricade and let us in. We all quickly got back into the classroom. Satisfyingly, Edmund, who was probably betting that we would be dead, just watched with his jaw dropped at all the people we had saved, including Armin. I grinned. "Got fucking proved wrong, eh?" Edmund looked enraged, but he didn't say anything. "Charlie," I said. "Yeah, dude?" he asked. "I guess you were right about the whole colony thing. The drones are using the gym as some sort of food storage area, and there are stronger drones, warrior drones or guards. They're bigger, stronger and more deadly." Charlie nodded and wrote something down on a notepad he had found in the classroom. "Interesting." "Alright, now let's get the double-edged fuck out of here," I yelled. The class cheered. We eagerly ran down the hallway at full speed to the front doors of the school beside the office. When we finally reached them, my heart fucking dropped. Both the doors, even the windows, were covered in an extremely thick layer of that black gunk. So thick that even our spears couldn't penetrate them. No, 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 no! I said. Fuck! Blame turned to me. Yo dog, are we fucking trapped in this enormous bully van? I sighed. Yeah. The class went up in a panic. I understood them. After all, we were stuck in a dark school filled to the brim with monsters, with limited supplies. Then, a growl came from one of the other hallways, and a drone stepped out of the darkness, and a warrior drone stepped out behind it. Oh shit, I yelled. Get back! Get back! The class, holding spears, backed into a corner. With a sudden pounce, the warrior drone got a hold of Jackson with one of its tentacles and impaled him with one of its razor-sharp legs and dragged him back. Jackson! Fuck! The monsters pushed us down behind the office. At the very last second, I heard a huge blast, like the sound of a gunshot amplified by 10 times. Then I saw the top of the warrior drone literally explode into pieces. Then, through the ringing in my ears, I heard multiple heavy pistol shots, and the worker drone was shredded into pieces. The school's office door swung open, and Principal Marlowe stepped out. He was in his 60s, a former staff sergeant and an army veteran who had served in the US Army for more than 15 years. He had a graying beard and was wearing a red bandana on his head, and was holding a close quarters 50 caliber sniper rifle and 2 pistols professionally holstered in his belt. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, let me know and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and ring my bell so that you don't miss out on future videos and awesome spine-tingling, goosebump-giving stories. If you don't do these things, the like button will haunt your dreams and stalk your days forever.